Thank you, Kevin. Thank you, everyone, for taking the time today to listen to the update we're going to give. So I'm here today to provide an update of what Spirit's going to be doing here on campus in the new Partnership 2 building that has been built up over the last year or so and is now being filled in with walls and furniture and everything for our site. So a bit about it. In the red arrow there is where Partnership 2 is. As you can see, it's housed next to the Experiential Engineering building, which was the first building that went up on the Innovation Campus, and Partnership 1, which is where Airbus is, and then also located very close to the National Institute for Aviation Research, which is where we will be doing a lot of our work with students and with faculty. So this is what the building looks like, artist rendering. The building is actually there now, so you can see it's there, and this is just to give you reference to where it is next to Airbus and Partnership 1, and where Dassault is housed in the Experiential Engineering building. So we're really excited to be in this space. It's a beautiful spot on campus, great views. So we are in the second floor of that building on the north half of the building. So the green area you see here is where Spirit will be housed. We've essentially doubled the size from our initial plans when we signed the collaboration agreement earlier this year. We've approximately doubled the size of the amount of Spirit employees that will be housed here, so we're excited. We've identified several key projects to work on and put in there. The area that's in red is going to be a space where WSU students and faculty and others can work with in an environment directly connected to Spirit, so collaborating closely with us in developing new technologies and envisioning what the factories of the future will look like. So we're excited to be here. In the next few slides, I'll talk to you about some of the different cutting-edge projects that we'll be working on. But we're really excited to be on campus. You know, we've fully bought into the vision of President Bardo and others of why this innovation campus is important, letting us collaborate with the students and faculty and with the other partners that are going to be here on campus. So we're excited to do that. So where we're at, as I mentioned before, we signed the collaboration agreement earlier this year with WSU. We signed our lease in October. We should be seeing a sign go up on the building in November, and we're looking to occupy the space late December, early January, depending how the construction goes. Not only students will be housed in that space and in our space, but we also have select key partners coming on campus. So a lot of the people that we work with that supply equipment to Spirit, that help, material suppliers, other people that help us in our innovation will also be located on campus here. So that's pretty neat, and we're excited to do that as well. And then, of course, the proximity to the labs on campus. So NIAR has some of the best labs in the world. We've utilized them for many years. Having this collaboration agreement in place and having this spot on campus will help us further our research that we do in those labs. So a little bit here about the type of research that we'll be doing here on campus and development that we'll be doing. So Spirit divides our different research into seven different areas, which we call our distinctive capabilities. So these are things that make Spirit who we are. They're ingrained in our DNA, and they're things that we feel differentiate Spirit amongst the rest of the aerospace industry. So the first one's called performance architectures. That's all about providing configurations and product solutions to our customers that are innovative, that combine multiple functions into a single part. Product development tools is all about how can we bring these parts and technologies to the market faster than anybody else. So that involves analysis tools, things like using Dassault systems, 3D experience software, all these different types of things help us bring products to market faster than others. Competitive tooling solutions, so Spirit's well known for the types of tools that we have, that can make thousands and thousands of parts over the lifetime of different products. As we're seeing the industry evolve, we're looking closer at rapid prototyping and low-rate production solutions. So those types of products don't require big, expensive tools that can last for 30 years. So we're working on developing technologies that can maybe make 10 parts or 20 parts and bring those in competitively priced so that we can help our customers out. Ultra-competitive composites and lean metallic structures are all about the fabrication and the assembly that Spirit does. So we make a wide variety of different products to all the major OEMs across the world, be it composite parts or metallic parts. So these are areas where we're focusing to develop technology to bring in new materials, new processes for the airplanes of the future. Material optimization is all about tailoring the material to the different production processes we have, and all the innovation that goes in there as you're bringing in new materials and new processes. And finally, accelerated learning curves. So along with the composites, accelerated learning curves is one of the key areas where we will be collaborating on campus here. This is bringing in, digital twinning, new software technologies, as well as new automation for the factories of the future. So a little bit more on composites, as this will be one of the key areas that we focus on. So these are all things that Spirit has been working on already and that we're going to be furthering here on campus. So we do a lot of infusion work globally. Our Prestwick, Scotland site does a lot of innovation in infusion, but we also do some here, and so we're going to be bringing some of that work on campus. Out of autoclave manufacturing, as well as bonding of composite structures, is also work that we've done here on campus in the labs, and we'll be bringing to the Partnership 2 building. And then thermoplastics is an area of large growth in future airplanes, and in today's airplanes we're seeing quite a bit of growth there. So that's technology that we're working with NIAR to develop. High temperature materials, so there's a lot of emphasis on material systems that can withstand the rigors of very fast flight. So these are materials that have to be capable of greater than 500 degrees Fahrenheit, up to sometimes 2,000 degrees Fahrenheit. So we've been focusing a lot of attention on that over the last couple years. And we've also worked closely with NIAR and the National Center for Advanced Materials and Processes, which is an FA Center of Excellence housed in NIAR, on bringing some of those new materials to market. So these are areas that we'll focus as well. Automation I spoke a little bit about earlier. So these are some of the different types of automation that Spirit has implemented into its factory over the last couple years. And I just show them here to show examples of the types of things that we'll be doing here with the students, with the robots lab and the experiential engineering building, and a lot of the different labs in the NIAR facility. So multiple robots working together, different cells that are flexible. You can bring in a different part during different times of the day, and the material and the cell, the production cell, can adapt to those different parts. Making robots intelligent, so robots that can understand different parts and configurations that are coming into their cell and adapt to those and change things on the fly. Cleaning and surface prep. This is a great example of something that we're working collaboratively already with WSU on. So we have good understanding of how to make robots work. We're working with WSU, and we've actually submitted a proposal to a consortium called ARM, Advanced Robotics Manufacturing Institute, where WSU, Spirit, and some other entities are going to work together to provide a solution where a human and a robot can work together in the same cell safely. And that's just another great reason why we're happy to be here on campus and working with Wichita State, is we can use the university and the industry relationship to go capture more work from government institutes and laboratories. So last slide here is just a kind of an overview of the different research that we think will be taking shape in one form or the other here on campus. So the main highlights here are, as I mentioned before, the composites work, whether that's automated fiber placement or thermoplastic or bonding or the very high temperature composites, and the factories of the future. So the automation, the digital twinning, and working with all those tools in the digital world. So we're very excited to be here, and as I mentioned, the university and the NIAR and the Institute are firmly embedded throughout our research portfolio, and we're excited to be here.